Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. We're just a few weeks away from the start of the 2025 NFL season, and as always, the anticipation is building. But if there's one thing we're noticing across the league, it's that teams are scrambling to address a very common issue: wide receiver depth and talent. Every year, as rosters shape up and injuries start to happen, the need for reliable, experienced wideouts becomes more urgent. This season is no different, and the San Francisco 49ers, a team that's been close to glory in recent years, is now facing some interesting challenges and opportunities when it comes to their wide receiver core. One of the biggest stories right now involves a potential trade, yes, a trade that could shake up the NFC West and change the 49ers' entire approach to their roster. And it's all about Adam Thielen. If you've been paying attention, you know Thielen is a veteran in the league, with over a decade of experience, and he's known for his route running, reliable hands, and leadership on and off the field. Originally, Thielen was brought into the Carolina Panthers to help stabilize a wide receiver room that was somewhat inexperienced when Bryce Young was drafted. The Panthers at the time needed veteran presence and consistency, and Thielen fit that bill perfectly. But now, with the Panthers having drafted younger talent like Jalen Coker, Xavier Legette, Tet McMillan, and Jimmy Horn, the veteran wide receiver might be seen as surplus to requirements. In fact, with the Panthers now boasting a more promising and youthful receiving group, the likelihood that Thielen could be traded rather than cut is becoming more and more evident. Why? Well, teams are always looking to optimize their rosters, and for Carolina, trading Thielen makes much more sense than releasing him outright. It's about value, getting something in return for a guy who can still contribute significantly, especially to a team in need of veteran leadership and proven production, like the San Francisco 49ers. Now, let's talk about why the 49ers are so keen on acquiring Thielen right now. First, they're in a bit of a tricky situation at the wide receiver position. Brandon Ayuk, who had a breakout season last year, is expected to miss the first few weeks of the season due to injury. That's a huge blow because Ayuk has become one of the key weapons in Kyle Shanahan's offense. His ability to stretch the field and make contested catches is vital for the team's success. Jauan Jennings, another important piece, is dealing with a lingering calf injury, which means he might also be sidelined early on. And Jacob Cowing, one of the newer young receivers trying to make his mark, is battling a hamstring injury. So right now, the room lacks the depth and experience that would give the 49ers confidence in their passing game during the season's early stages. This is where Thielen could step in and make a real difference. Think about it, he's not just a veteran, he's someone who has been through it all in the NFL. Over 11 seasons, Thielen has shown that he can be a reliable target, especially in clutch moments. His route running is precise, his hands are dependable, and he's a smart player who knows how to find soft spots in zone defenses and create separation. For a team like the 49ers, which relies heavily on timing and precision in their passing attack, having a veteran like Thielen could be the perfect stopgap until Ayuk and the others are fully healthy. But the impact of this potential trade goes beyond just filling a temporary gap. It's about adding a player who can contribute immediately, both on the field and in the locker room. The 49ers have been knocking on the door of the Super Bowl for a few years now, and every piece counts when it comes to making that final push. Thielen's experience, leadership, and consistent production could be exactly what they need to ensure their offense remains potent and unpredictable. Plus, in a division where teams like the Seattle Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals are also looking to improve, having that veteran presence could give the 49ers a tactical advantage. Furthermore, if we look at the big picture, the 49ers' offense is built around Kyle Shanahan's innovative play calling and a strong running game, but the passing game needs to be versatile and dependable. A player like Thielen, who's been a top target for years, can help in third-and-long situations, red zone opportunities, and as a reliable safety valve for quarterback Brock Purdy. It's about creating a balanced attack, especially early in the season when timing and chemistry are still being established. Now, let's talk a little about the broader context of the 49ers season and what this potential addition could mean. Last year, the 49ers offense was among the most explosive in the league, finishing high in many key categories. But injuries, especially at receiver, have always been a concern. We saw last year how injuries to key players like Ayuk affected the team's consistency and rhythm. Adding a veteran like Thielen could help soften the blow of injuries and keep the offense afloat until full strength is restored. It's not just about patching a hole, it's about reinforcing the team's entire approach. And if we consider the history of the 49ers, they've always valued veteran leadership and experienced players who can step up in critical moments. Whether it was Jerry Rice or Terrell Owens in the past, or more recently players like Emmanuel Sanders, the team has thrived when they bring in guys who understand what it takes to win under pressure. Thielen, with his career accomplishments and leadership qualities, fits perfectly into that mold. His presence could also set a standard for the younger receivers, such as C.J. Beathard or the emerging talents trying to carve out their roles. From a strategic standpoint, acquiring Thielen makes sense financially and tactically. The 49ers have shown they're willing to make smart moves to stay competitive, and if Thielen is available at a reasonable price, it's a no-brainer to pounce. Not only does it give the team an immediate boost, but it also sends a message to the rest of the league that the 49ers are all in this season, ready to do whatever it takes to return to the top. Looking ahead, the NFC West is going to be fiercely competitive again. The Seahawks are loaded with talent, the Cardinals have a promising young quarterback in Kyler Murray, and the Rams will be looking to bounce back after some struggles. Every advantage counts, and having a seasoned veteran like Thielen could be one of those advantages. It's about creating depth, experience, and reliability at a position that's often the difference-maker in close games. Of course, there are always questions. Will Thielen be willing to accept a reduced role? Will he be able to adapt quickly to Shanahan's scheme? And how will the team integrate him into their existing offensive system? These are valid concerns, but knowing Thielen's work ethic and professionalism, it's safe to say he's the type of player who will do everything possible to contribute immediately. Plus, his familiarity with the league and his proven track record make him a low-risk, high-reward addition. In the end, this potential trade could be a defining moment for the 49ers this season. It's about adding experience, leadership, and a proven playmaker to a team that is hungry for another deep playoff run. The NFL is a league where a single trade or signing can change the course of a team's season, and if the 49ers can bring in Thielen, it might just be that move that pushes them over the edge. So fans, keep your eyes peeled, because this story isn't over yet. The NFL deadline for trades is approaching, and the 49ers are clearly in the mix. Whether it happens or not, the fact that it's being discussed shows how serious they are about contending this year. A veteran wide receiver like Thielen could be the missing piece that helps them finally break through and reach that elusive Super Bowl once again. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.